Hey everyone, welcome to this morning yoga wake up flow. All you need for this practice is something soft below you. So when you're ready, let's get started. Joining me in a seated position in the center of your mat. Cross your legs below you. Rest your palms on your knees and close down your eyes. Taking a deep breath. And let everything go. Take in one more deep breath, centering yourself on the mat, and release. Inhaling as you flow both of your arms all the way up, flowing those arms towards the right, dropping them down, and walking on your fingertips all the way to the other side. And flowing in the opposite direction. Walking yourself from side to side here at your own pace and with your own breath, just warming up your body. Once you've come back towards the center, roll out those shoulder blades a few times. And meet me on all fours. Shoulders are above your wrists, hips are over your knees. And flow through some cat-cows, dropping that belly, reaching your chin all the way towards the sky. And exhale as you press up through your back and tuck your chin. Tapping into your body here, noticing any place in your body that is holding on to a little bit of tension, and just breathing through as you continue to flow through this cat-cow at your own pace. On your next inhale, sit your hips back into child pose. Take in a deep breath and arch your back all the way up and flow into upward dog. Hips release down onto the mat, chest presses forward, and head tilts all the way back. Taking a breath and tucking that chin and sitting all the way back into child's pose. Flowing through this sequence a few more times, really bending your spine vertebrae by vertebrae as you extend through and release back. Deeply breathing here and continuing at your own pace. Once you've reached that child's pose, come back up into all fours, tuck your back toes under, sit your hips back, walk those arms all the way back, sitting on top of your heels. Inhale as you flow your arms up, interlace those fingertips and press those palms all the way up. Leaning to the left as you inhale, and exhale as you lean towards the right. Really pressing through those arms and fingertips, swaying side to side. Come back to center. Release those arms down. Interlace behind your lower back this time. Press that chest forward and press those arms up towards the sky. Deeply squeeze your lower core for some stability here. And flow forward, releasing your forehead all the way onto the mat. Continuing to press those arms up, swaying side to side. release. Coming into downward dog. Deep bend in those knees, switching out those legs until you can feel a really good release in the back of your legs. Straighten your legs and stretch out your feet here, tucking your right toes under, pressing into the top of your heels, switching back and forth here with your feet a few more times to get a really deep release in the top of your feet. Take an inhale and straighten up both of your legs. Press your heels all the way down towards the mat. Chest is reaching towards your feet. Bend that right leg and lift it all the way towards the sky. Coming into some circles here, circling forward. Make these as big as you can. Really open up those hips. Hold that leg up towards the top and step all the way towards the front of your mat. Opposite knee rests on the mat. Interlace your hands on top of your right knee. Really extend through your arms and straighten your back. And gently press down through your hips, getting a really deep stretch in that left psoas. Hold here. And release those arms onto the mat. Straightening both of your legs for a breath. And bend that right knee once more. Keep on straightening and bending through that knee to really warm up your muscles. Coming into pyramid. As you extend up, really try to press your chest towards that thigh a little bit more. Straighten those legs one more time. Really press your upper body down and release. Deep bend in that right leg and tiptoe that foot all the way towards the left side of your mat. Keeping up on your fingertips here, straighten your arms and release through your upper body. Head falls back, chest extends forward. Take a breath and fold all the way forward into pigeon pose. You can rest here on your elbows or all the way down on your forehead here, whatever feels good in your hips. The closer that right foot is towards your midline, the easier this pose will be. On your next inhale, rise all the way back up. Come into downward dog. Right leg reaches towards the sky. Open up those hips. And release. Lower your knees down onto the mat and move through your first chaturanga, releasing your hips towards the floor. Chest presses through and rises up towards the sky. And push back into your downward dog. Doing all of that on the left side. Bending that left knee and circling forward for 3, 2, and 1. Tucking that knee to your chest and step all the way through. Opposite knee rests on the mat. Interlace your hands, lengthening through your arms, sitting deep into those hips. Take a breath. Release your arms down onto the mat and straighten and bend that front knee. moving through that lunge and pyramid pose. Each time trying to get that chest a little further down. Deep inhale and exhale as you move through this stretch. Holding in that pyramid pose. And release. Tiptoeing that left leg towards the right side of the mat, coming down through pigeon. Release your upper body as you take an inhale. Make sure that both of your hips are in alignment and facing forward. And exhale as you fold all the way forward. You may be able to get a little bit deeper on this side than you did on the other. And on your inhale, rise all the way back into downward dog. Left leg reaches towards the sky. Stack those hips, really open up. Lower that leg down. Press both of your heels into the mat. Deeply stretch your chest towards your feet. And step that right leg all the way towards the front of the mat. Coming into warrior one. Arms are reaching towards the sky. Twist your upper body towards the right. Lower your arms down gently on top of your legs. Fold them back up and come back into downward dog. Switching sides. Left leg steps all the way through. Warrior one. And twist to the left. We're picking up the pace here just a little bit to build some energy. Meeting me back in downward dog. Left leg stretches all the way up. And come down through your full chaturanga. Really squeeze those inner thighs and try to keep them lifted up and off of the mat as you release through your chest and upper body. And push back into downward dog. Staying here for a breath. Right leg reaches towards the sky. Step that leg all the way forward. Come up into warrior one. And step your back leg to the front of the mat. Coming into chair pose. Deep bend in those knees. Sit in those hips. And release into your forward fold. Really bending through your hips here. Step that opposite leg back. Warrior one. Lower your arms and shoot those hips towards the front of your mat. Right leg is straight below you. Left leg is up in the air. Same arm is also reaching towards the sky. Right arm is down on the mat for a little bit of support. Gain your balance. Breathe in. And release. Stepping that top leg all the way back. Warrior one. And step forward into chair. Finding your balance here. This time stepping that right leg back. Warrior one. And shoot those hips forward into warrior three. Right leg and right arm are reaching up. Left fingertips are on the mat for some support. And if it's within your practice, lift up off of that palm and find your balance here. You can keep your gaze on the floor or towards the ceiling. Take an inhale and release. Stepping both legs towards the front of the mat. Come up into chair pose. Inhale and stand all the way up. Arms flow down and interlace behind your back. Head and neck reach back, chest opens all the way up. Breathe in and release your neck. Press those arms up a little bit more behind you and release. Right leg steps behind you. Same arm flows up and over and open up for a side stretch here. Opposite arm can rest on your hip. And switch sides. Left leg steps back. Left arm flows up and over. Release your entire side body. And come back to center. Inhale as you flow your arms up and over. Fold forward. Deep bend in those knees. Interlace both of your arms behind your legs, grabbing onto opposite elbows. And really press your upper body in the opposing direction towards the corner of the room. Keep on pulling, 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 and release. Stepping or hopping your feet towards the back of the mat and flow through chaturanga. Catching your breath at the top. And sit back into child's pose. Allow any sensations you're feeling in your lower back to release here. Come up into tabletop and flip your body all the way over. Coming down onto your elbows. We're going to do a little bit of core work here just to get your abs fired up for the rest of the day. Bend both of your knees and tap those toes onto the mat. Really ignite those lower abs, pressing them down into the mat. Knit your ribs together. And keep on lifting for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding those knees bent, extend your right leg and then your left. Switching back and forth here. Check in on your upper body. Make sure that you are lifting through that chest and not sinking into those shoulders. Keep switching for 3, 2, and 1. Good job, guys. We're almost done. Coming into seated position. Heels and toes are together. Legs are butterflied out towards the side. Lengthen up through your back and fold forward through your butterfly pose. Hands can rest on your ankles or your toes here. Really try to make sure that you are bending through your hips and not just through your back. Inhale and rise all the way up. Stretching both of your legs out in front of you. Left arm reaches over and grabs that right big toe. Lifting that leg up. And right arm reaches all the way towards the back of the mat. Really twist your body here. Your gaze is looking at your right hand. Hold here for a breath. And release. Switching sides. Right arm grabs that left big toe. You can keep your legs straight here or have a little bend in your knee. Wherever you are in your practice is perfect, so don't judge yourself. Opposite arm reaches towards the back of the mat. Hold here. lift or straighten that leg just a little bit more, and release. Coming into our final stretch of this class. Center yourself on your mat. Left foot lays on top of that right leg. And walk on those fingertips all the way forward. Quieting down your mind here. And come back up towards center. Switch legs. And walk on those fingertips all the way forward. Checking in on your sit bones, making sure that both of them are laying flat on the mat. And breathe here. Take a deep inhale. And rise all the way back up. Unstack those legs. Inhale as you lift your arms all the way up and over. Lowering down through prayer. Inhale as you reach those arms back up once more. And let everything go. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this practice. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And as always, please like and subscribe to these videos so that I know that you guys are here. And with that, I'll see you guys next time. Namaste.